Hi YouTube family! Today I just want to give you an NSV that is just really awesome and just meant a lot to me, and talk about future forward thinking and goals and how to make that happen. Okay, let's get started. Hi there! It is Wednesday on August 4th in 2021. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little NSV that happened to me today and the reasons why I think DS is just awesome and I love my tool. So I have to put sunglasses on because it's bright outside. Sorry about that. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Allie. This is Shrinking in Seattle. I had DS surgery back in 2020, December 8th with Dr. Srikanth. And at the start of my journey, I was 259. And yesterday I weighed 165. And I've been 165 for a couple weeks. So anyway, here's the story. At work, I work at a hospital, and we have to do a class called Handle with Care because it's a mental health hospital, and sometimes you have to put hands on to get the patients keep them from hurting themselves or hurting other people and assaulting staff and that sort of thing. Okay, so usually we do it together, and you have to recertify every 6 months. So the first time I did this class, and the second time, actually, the second time was 6 months ago, so I was still kind of not quite 259, but the first time I did the class I was 259 pounds, and I was horrified because you have a certain section of it where you're learning all different kinds of holds and the way to pull away. And at one point I pulled away from the girl that was my partner when I first started there, and I lost my balance. I fell back, and not only did I fall, which was humiliating enough, right? Especially when you're just starting this job. I hit my head on the way down on these chairs they have lined up around the outside. So I hit my head on the chair. I fell down. I was really humiliated and it hurt. And everybody came rushing to help get me up. And I'm 259 pounds. I just felt so horrified. I wanted to run out of the room crying, but I couldn't. I had to get through this, right? Okay. So, I did that, and I finished the class. But the class, you get on your knees a lot. You have to take them all the way to the floor. You have to do it together. And I was very winded. I was very hot. Getting up and down was super, super hard. It was so hard. But I made it through the class. Okay. It was just really humiliating. I almost was traumatized by that because I just really hated the thought of having to do this class again. And then I had to do it 6 months ago, and I was down a little bit because surgery, at the start of my surgery was 236. That was December 8th. And I had this class February. So, I was down probably 219, something like that. I was still winded. I was still off balance. Surgery was brand new, so I had to be really careful about what I was doing, and trying to get up was still kind of hard, and it was just a really difficult thing. So I was dreading it. I had to do that today at work, and I was just dreading it, and it's just such a bad feeling inside. I'm still trying to get used to the fact that I'm not that big anymore, and I haven't been working out or anything because I can't eat very much, so I didn't know how it was going to go. But I called the girl that actually started with me and was my partner when all that happened. I said, can you do it at the same time as me? Because they have different time spots. Because I didn't want to go alone. And she said, sure. And so she came with me. She's a young girl. She's really sweet. So we get in there and we're getting ready to do it. And let me tell you, I felt so good. I felt healthy. Because we were standing there a long time too, and before my back would hurt and my knee. I just wanted to sit down, and we're standing forever. It seems like, and it was terrible. But this time I was standing there. He actually used me as an example a couple times, and it was so much better. I got through this class, and I have to do it every 6 months, but this time I just felt more comfortable. When you put people in a hold, you have to put your arms over and around their arms and then around their back like this. Well, that was really hard when my arms were big. It was really hard. I couldn't put my hands like this. I had to put my hands as far as I could get them, right? Because I couldn't get them in there. And then bringing someone down in between your knees to, and balancing them and balancing your own weight, it was so hard. But now I feel comfortable. I wouldn't even have wanted to do a PRT before, because what's what they call it, it's just a personal restraint technique. I wouldn't have wanted to do that before, because I knew I just wasn't strong enough. I couldn't support them and me, and it would just be horrifying, right? So I stayed away from any of that. But doing it today, I felt comfortable. I was able to do it. The girl that was with me, she's taller and she was wearing heels. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you just, her name is Raven. I said, Raven, and I really was able to do it and have my hands where they're supposed to go. And I didn't feel overwhelmed, and I could lay down on the floor when they were having me as the patient. And I didn't feel bad about, her doing me, because, I was, I'm 94 pounds less than the last time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Raven, you PRT'd me when I was 94 pounds heavier. She said, yeah, but I'm really strong. She's so funny. But there was another bigger lady there, and I just felt so bad for her, because I could see that's the way I was. She's winded. She could barely do it. She couldn't get down on the ground. They had to have her do it twice when there was two of them to do a certain hold, and she was just having a really hard time getting up and down, and she wasn't even as big as I was. She might have been as big as I was the time before, but it would just showed me how much better I am now, how much healthier I am now. It was amazing. It was such a huge NSV. I wanted to share it because it was just, I can't tell you how awesome that was. That felt so good. And even if I had to do a hold PRT, or be part of a PRT, because usually there's 2 or 3 people, sometimes 4 or 5, depending on how they have to do it, I'm not as scared now. Because, I am scared a little bit, because patients like to spit and bite and hit and, kick and all that kind of crazy mess, but headbutt. But I know I could do it if I had to do it, right? So that just helps me in my job. It helps me feel better about myself. I am just amazed at the difference between 6 months ago and right now. It is absolutely amazing to me. I am so happy. I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that, I know if you've had your surgery, you know what I'm talking about. And there is going to be that day or that time where you're like, because you know that you were healthier, that you feel better, that you're able to do more, and you're able to get around. You're able to get down on the floor and get back up without a problem. You're able to walk around and have fun and go walk, camping, hiking, whatever your goal is, playing with your children, your grandchildren, whatever your goal is, you're able to accomplish. And I would not have been able to do this or feel this way without having that surgery. I am so grateful for my tool. I am so, so grateful. And I just wanted to give some positivity out there, and to have you guys search for your goals. You know, like I said before, write down 5 things that you want to accomplish after surgery, or if you've had surgery, 5 things that you couldn't do before that you can do now that you want to do. And make a vision board. Okay, make a vision board, because vision boards are amazing and they work. And I'm going to share mine. So I'm waiting for the ferry right now. When I get home, I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to share my vision board. It's very simple, and I made it very clean and nice. You know, I'm not talking about a vision board where you cut and paste and put all these little magazine things all over and it's busy and you can't really tell what you wanted to accomplish with that. What I'm talking about is a vision board that's very specific, that has your goals in mind in your life and what you want to accomplish, because they work. I made mine 2 weeks ago and I've been wanting to share with you, and already it is working. Already I'm accomplishing some of those goals, which is really awesome. And I made my vision board for me and my husband together, and I just used my scrapbooking paper, and I use Canva. I love Canva online, but you can print out pictures online, and it works. I'm telling you. And then you make it look pretty, and you can hang it anywhere and where you see it all the time, because whether you know you're seeing it, you are, and subconsciously you see it, and that's what you want. You want it to go into long-term memory, not just short-term. You want it to go into long-term memory, and your subconscious level is seeing this, because subconsciously you will start to make it happen. It will happen. And it is so important to focus on goals and future forward thinking and things that you want to do and accomplish, because you can do so much more now. You know, it's just amazing what you can do. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this part off. I'm going to be back as soon as I get back across there for the ferry, and we are going to go to, I'm going to show you the vision board. Okay? See you in just a minute. Okay, guys, I made it home, and I'm going to show you my vision board now. But remember, making your vision board is all about you and what you want and the goals that you want to achieve. Sorry, my voice got a little cracky. Okay, here we go. So this is ours that I made, and I have it hanging up. I made it literally out of a box. I just taped the box together. You see I taped the edges, and then I used scrapbook paper. This one looks like it's the box, but it's paper. And I put this all together. And, you know, they mean different things to us. And things are already happening on our board, which is what we're so excited for, especially business. We wanted to grow our business, and it is happening, like I showed you. So we got that, and we eventually want to be debt-free, so we're working on that one, and taking care of a few things. And we're on our way to the rest, which is really exciting. And what mine says, home is where the heart is. 1,000 fans, not fans, 1,000 subscribers is kind of what I was going for. And it sounds like huge. It sounds like it's an astronomical goal that can't be reached, because I got 45, 46 subscribers right now. But you never know, right? So that's on there. Plan for the future. My husband, he wants an ATV. So we've been watching all kinds of videos, but that's going to happen real soon too. And family is really important to us, so we want to travel to go see our family. And all over the United States, we got kids everywhere. It seems like we got so many. And then eventually travel. This is my favorite one. Quit job, right? Quit job and be able to be working with my husband. So, sorry about my voice, and save money. I love the little things I put on here too. We all need a little adventure. the mountains are calling. I must go. So collect moments, not things, and they put home is where the heart is. So these are, and believe, and just different little things like that. But that's our vision board. And, it's for us, and we see it every day, and it's just so inspiring and it's beautiful. So at least we think it's beautiful. So we hang it up, and we have it hanging up in our RV, and it's just, we see it every day. And like I said, you get to where you don't actually notice it, visually, because you see it so much over and over and over and over again. But subconsciously, we know it's there. And then when things start to happen, we look over at our board and we're like, wow, look at that second, that's happening. It really does work. Make a vision board. This is great for your mental health. It's future thinking. It's goals you want to accomplish. And you can work towards your goals. Make them big dreams, my friends. Big dreams, right? Big, huge dreams. Because you can make those happen. It doesn't have to be this way. I printed them out in black and white. You could print them out in color. You could, however you want to do it, just do it. I would highly suggest you do it, because it just makes things a reality. And then it's fun to look back and say, oh my gosh, look at these things are accomplished already. Some of them may not be accomplished for a little while. Like, I may not be able to quit my job for a while, but that's okay. It's on there, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen, my friends. It's going to happen. This is craziness, but it does. They're like magic or something. They're like, ooh, I don't know what you call that, but it's like a magic board. Sorry, it's just a hot mess. Anyway, I thought that was something I really wanted to share with you guys, because it's so inspiring. And to think about the things you couldn't do. Like, my goal was to go zip lining, and that happened. And we went whitewater rafting, and that happened. And I'm just, just so happy in life. And I'm so grateful for my DS. And I know you will be too if you're going to have surgery. And I know you probably already are if you had surgery. If you had surgery, doesn't matter. Do a vision board. They're magic. Okay? Okay. Thank you for staying to the end. This is a little side note. You can cut off here if you don't want to hear this. But, on the ferry on the way home, I've done this a few times. I don't know why I do this to myself, but every time I watch X Factor, I cry. I mean, literally cry, tears, and I can't stop. And it's like a floodgate, and I got all these videos of these people. Oh my gosh, every time. And I turn it on to listen to music all the way home, and do it every time to me. And have you ever done that? Does it make you crazy cry? Or I'm just a loony bin person. I don't get it. But it's wet crying on the way home, so I probably look like I have mascara or something underneath. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up, because, am I the only weirdo one that does that too? Please leave a note in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want to see more awesomeness, because we got more coming. Help me to get 1,000 subscribers. Make my vision board come true. I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.